Hope you're having a fun day on this Monday, long weekend. I wanted to front up and give you a session, as I often do on public holidays, because Monday is such a consequential day. So I took the morning off and we went and saw Peppa Pig at the movies. It was a lot of fun and just having a very relaxed, chill day. But just tuning in now because we get the weekly close, the daily close. I think it's important. Again, we do look at some of these charts today. So let me jump in. I also have got some other maybe interesting concepts and some things I'm watching that have come up in mastermind calls that I think is going to be interesting for you to think about and maybe overlay in your analysis and your approach. So let's start with Bitcoin. We'll just look at a high level where we see things right now. So I think that the name of the game is patience. And I think it's really easy to almost slip into the day trader mindset a little bit when we're looking at, leverage trading, different things, and just go, yeah, I'm going to buy this dip. I reckon things are breaking out here. But it can be very dynamic when you're doing that. If we are looking at core levels, I think I said to everyone that, look, I'm not convinced of this rally yet. I want to see a move above 107. I haven't had that yet. And we didn't have a daily or weekly close above that level. So patience is the name of the game. I think we're still heading lower. And I think is it the oh my goodness, we're gone. The 10 EMA on the weekly is kind of my guidepost, the floor that's holding us up here. And that goes down to, 100,000. Every single week, this is moving up higher as well. So now we have it above 100,700. So that's a really nice level where we can easily come back down. We can also go into the 90s and not be too much trouble either, down to 95. So that's where I'm kind of still aiming for. The weekly, it's very neutral. We've closed beneath a key level, but we're above major support too. So we're kind of in no man's land here. Again, no action required. I think just stacking sats and being patient with your altcoins as well is the name of the game. I'll have a look across the charts today and see if there's anything that really stands out to me. But so far, I haven't seen anything. I think the daily is really illuminating in terms of, what kind of structure can we forecast out that, we suspect Bitcoin's going to do. Now, I didn't think that this would break up straight away. It just has that look about it that, we might want to use this downtrend for a little bit longer and just ram into it, consolidate a little bit more, use almost the entire month of June as almost like a little pit stop. We may break out before that or we may break down before that, I'm not sure. But to me, we've just got such a clear, defined level of this downtrend through here that it just makes a ton of sense that we're going to ram into that. And it really depends the reaction. I mean, we could break up here. We could go right through. And if we do, I reevaluate my bias here and I go, all right, if we're getting a daily close in this area and the weekly closes next week above, 107, I think we're in business. Ultimately, when we get above here is where I get really excited, 110, and then I think it's off. But we're just looking for guideposts. So I think the downtrend is very, very clear. We haven't even reached the downtrend line yet. You can see we're trying to get close. Importantly, though, we did close above the 10 EMA here, but we're still under the 20. And for mine, this just looks, again, like we've got a lot of resistance above us at the moment. And I think the path of least resistance, the smartest, I think the most logical way that I think the price movement will go is that we lose a bit of momentum here and we roll over and we either make a higher low through here. So that would be very, very clear. And we'd use the 100-day moving average through here as a bit of a support for a higher low before we pump up. Or we use this resistance as we so often see in downtrends and we get blunted here and we roll down, we make a new lower low. But what we're ultimately trying to see on the RSI is, potentially a higher low on the RSI and a lower low in price. We could also come down to the 200-day moving average through here at 95,000, but I think just logically, this is the area I'd be very, very interested in. So that'd be anywhere between 98 to 97. I think we could get a pretty aggressive sell-off into that, and then the buyers will come in really, really strong through this region, push us back above 100. So 100 is that level. I really want to see it I want to see it be proven. So we've tapped it once, we've rallied off it, fantastic. But I suspect we're going to tap it again. It's just a sense, a feeling, just seeing markets move like this many times previously. I think there's every reason to think we are going to see one more drive into the lows to either confirm it or let it roll through it a little bit and feel out some liquidity before we go higher. So that's my thesis. Again, I think being just super, super patient, having bids laid in beneath, maybe all the way down to the 200-day moving average, maybe even lower to maybe 85. I think